Hello, and welcome to the Oswego High School Drama Club's first installment of a new series we are calling Old School Radio Theater. This fall, we are bringing you a series of radio shows from the past, rediscovered, reimagined, and re-recorded by the members of the OHS Drama Club. Our first installment is a series of shows dedicated to the spooky, creepy, and spine-chilling suspenseful tales of the season. We proudly present Old School Radio Theater, Volume 1.
Mystery in the Air, starring Peter LORRE. The first half of our show is presented to you through the generous sponsorship of the good people at Ovaltine. Our second half by our canine friends, dogs.
And it is the sentence of this court that you will be hanged by the neck until you are dead. And may God have mercy on your soul.
No. I neither expect nor solicit belief for this wild story. I would be mad to expect it, yet mad I'm not. And very surely do I not dream. But while there is still time, I don't know why, I feel compelled to report a series of mere household events. In their consequences, these events have terrified, have tortured, have destroyed me. Perhaps someone more calm, more logical, but certainly far less excitable than I will be able to explain them. I cannot. I can only tell you the facts, and that I have to do today, because tomorrow I die.
Each week at this time, the good people at Ovaltine bring you Peter LORRE in the excitement of the great stories of the strange and unusual, of dark and compelling masterpieces culled from the four corners of world literature. Tonight, Edgar Allan Poe's immortal American classic, The Black Cat.
Mystery in the Air, starring Peter LORRE, brought to you by everyone's favorite drink, Ovaltine, and everyone's favorite pets, dogs. Mystery in the Air is brought to you at the same time each week by the makers of Ovaltine. This is a new program to many of our listeners. It is written for red-blooded Americans, for boys and girls, and yes, for mothers and dads too, for everyone who's young in spirit. Mystery in the Air brings you plenty of those mysteries as well as excitement and suspense. Thrills galore! It lets you live a story to haunt and intrigue, like the taste of Ovaltine intrigues your taste buds. You'll never want to miss a single broadcast, and you'll want all of your friends to enjoy it too. So be sure to tell them to listen in every week. This program is brought to you by the makers of Ovaltine, the famous food drink that is a favorite with millions of Americans, young and old. Ovaltine is a favorite food drink for two reasons. First, because it's so downright good. You'll love its rich, satisfying flavor. So different from any other drink you've ever tasted, and you'll never grow tired of it. Second, because Ovaltine is so good for you. It brings you loads and loads of valuable vitamins, minerals, and other vital food elements that help build strong, healthy bodies, and gives you the pep and energy you need to be wide awake and husky. So, tell the wife or mother you'd like to start drinking Ovaltine every single day.
Believe me, there was nothing, absolutely nothing in my childhood which forecast the terrible events that were to come. As a child, I was very gentle. I got along very well with everyone, but most, I liked animals. Animals of all kinds. Then I married quite young, and I was very happy to find that my wife shared my feelings. Very soon we had quite a collection. We had birds, goldfish, we had a dog, some rabbits, and we had a cat. I will never forget the day my wife brought him home. Hello, sweet. Home so early?
Look, Charles, what I've brought.
Oh, look at that little kitty. Where did you get it, darling?
Poor little thing. Some dogs were chasing it and I just rescued it in time. It was so frightened.
Look, now it's not frightened anymore.
It seems to love you, Charles. But then that's not strange. All animals do.
Yes. Nobody's going to hurt you, little kitty. How about a little milk, huh? Yes. There, you see? He must have been very hungry. What is your name?
I don't suppose he has a name. He is so young. I don't think he belongs to anybody.
Well, then we have to give him a name.
Oh, you mean we can keep him?
Keep him? If he has no home, we can't turn him out on the streets now, can we?
Oh, Charles, I was hoping you'd let him stay.
Of course. But he must have a name. Let's see. He's black. Yes, all black. There's not a single white mark on him. Ah, I have it. He is as black as the devil. Let's call him Pluto. Yes, we'll call you Pluto. Pluto grew up to be a remarkably beautiful cat, and of all the animals in our house, he became my favorite and my playmate, until it all changed. Yes, as the years went on, my character suffered a radical change. Everything changed. Why? Well, I'm ashamed. I hate to admit it, but through intemperance, yes, through intemperance. And then, as drink became more and more necessary to me, I became more and more moody and irritable.
Charles, where are you going?
I don't have to tell you where I'm going.
Charles, what's happening to you?
What do you mean, what's happening to me?
You never used to go out every night to those vile places.
Will you please stop nagging? Stop it. I go out because I can't stand listening to you nag, nag, nag all day long.
I don't know what's come over you.
Oh, there. There, see? Why don't you learn from Pluto? He doesn't ask me where I'm going. Yes, that's right. You never do. No, come here, Pluto. Come here.
Be careful, Charles. Don't pick him up like that. You're hurting him.
I'm not hurting him. Ah! He bit me. You devil, I'll show you.
Don't, Charles, don't!
You beast. Yes. I hate to admit it, but I was so furious I kicked Pluto. And I kicked him again and hard. The next morning, I saw that his ear was torn, and I was filled with remorse for what I had done. And from then on, Pluto ran away from me in terror whenever I approached. That, in turn, made me more and more irritated, and in the end, it was sheer perverseness. Nothing else. Yes, sheer and unexplainable perverseness that made me do what I did. Yes, I blush to admit it. But one morning, I strangled the poor animal. And I killed it only because I knew that it had loved me, because it had given me no reason for offense. No, I'm offering no excuse. I'm only recounting what happened. Well, in the evening, I went to the inn as usual, and I came home very late and fell fast asleep with my clothes on, when I was awakened suddenly.
Oh my god, what's happening?
What? Charles, wake up!
Huh? What's the matter?
There must be a fire. I smell smoke.
Fire, get out!
Good heavens! Look, it's our house. Our house is burning. Hurry, booby traps. Quick, the stairs are on fire.
I can't.
Don't talk. Perhaps I can get through the flames. Don't breathe. Oh, here's the front door. We made it. We're safe.
Oh, Charles, look, our house.
Anybody else in there?
Nobody else.
Just as well. Never could get them out now. Are you the owner?
It's our house.
Well, you haven't got much left then. We can't save it now.
Stand back, everybody. The roof's gonna fall in. Stand back.
There it goes!
Ah, the roof fell. Ah.
Well, it's down now.
Funny, nothing is left but that one wall in the middle.
Look at it.
What about it?
Well, look at it. On the wall. See, that's strange.
What are you talking about? What's strange?
There, on the wall that's still standing. The marks on the plaster.
Marks? What marks?
What's the matter? Are you blind? Right up there on the wall. That black figure. Why, it looks like a cat.
Yeah, it does. The smoke must have done it, but it certainly does look like a cat.
What looks like a cat?
There! It's got one floppy ear.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Funny? No, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. I know what it is. It's Pluto. I recognize him. I know it is. His ear is torn, see? Oh, you beast. Hideous beast. He's come back to haunt me. I can't stand it. I can't.
Get some water, somebody! This fella's fainted.
In a few moments, Mr. Peter Lorre will bring us the climax of tonight's Mystery in the Air, when Dogs presents Act 2 of The Black Cat.
Hey, America. I know what you're thinking right now. Who would possibly adopt a cat? That's a good question, because everyone knows that the pet you really want is a dog. Dogs come in all shapes, sizes, and price ranges. Why, there's a dog suited to everyone, from the rough and tumble South Side dock worker up to the high society ladies. There's a dog for everyone. Best of all, dogs can be trained to do important jobs or even mundane household tasks. Why, I know a lady in Kenosha who trained her dog to curl her hair, saving her precious morning hours. Or the German Shepherds trained to sniff out alcohol during Prohibition. Dogs everywhere perform services that no cat could ever hope to do. So when you're searching for your next pet, look no further than where millions of other Americans looked. Look into getting a dog.
More people are getting dogs than ever before.
Experience is the best teacher. Try a dog yourself. The black cat is dead, killed by its master. The house is burned to the ground, with everything in it completely destroyed. Now the scene is almost deserted. A candlelit tap room of a local inn.
Don't you think you better go home now, sir? It's late.
Home? You should see the terrible place where my wife and I are living now.
I heard you lost everything in a fire.
Yes. I lost my house. Lost everything.
How about that black cat of yours you used to talk about all the time? What was his name?
Pluto? Yes. Pluto's gone too. Did I tell you I miss him? I miss him very much.
If you miss him that much, why don't you get another cat?
Bring me a drink.
It's pretty late, sir. I mean, won't your wife be expecting you?
Bring me a drink.
Yes, sir. But I'll have to fetch another bottle.
Why don't I get another cat? He said. Well, why don't I? No reason I shouldn't. There's no reason to be in the depths of despair. Just because of a cat. Yes, if I get another cat, then perhaps I'll be able to forget. What's that? Why, there's a cat now. Sitting on top of the table. A black cat. That's strange. I've been staring at that table for 5 minutes. and I could swear there was no cat on it before. Where did it come from? My, you're a beautiful cat. Just as black as Pluto. Except you've got a splotch of white on your chest. You're so friendly. Such a nice cat. I'd like to...
Here you are, sir.
Never mind the drink. Where did this cat come from?
Cat? Oh, big one, isn't it? I don't know where it came from, or how it got in here for that matter. I never seen it here before.
You don't know who it belongs to?
No. As far as I'm concerned, it belongs to you, if you want it. I can't keep it here. My wife doesn't like cats, especially black ones.
Doesn't like cats? Stupid. Yes, I want it. I want it very much. I'll take it home with me right now.
Charles is such a wonderful cat. Just since last week, it's made itself so much at home. Why? Do you think it lived here always?
Yes. I noticed that.
It reminds me so much of Pluto.
But this one has a patch of white on its chest. Don't forget that.
That's right, but I can't help wondering. I wonder whatever became of Pluto. He disappeared the day of the fire.
I know, he disappeared. Maybe he knew the house was going to burn down.
See how it loves you? It's rubbing up against your leg, just the way Pluto used to.
Stop talking about Pluto.
Why, I didn't mean...
I'm sorry, dear, but all this talk about how much this new cat resembles Pluto, it makes me nervous. Look, there's hardly any resemblance at all, really, except that they're both black. This one has the patch of white on its chest, and...
Oh, the poor thing. Charles, look, his ear is torn.
What?
See, here, under the fur. I never noticed that before.
Neither did I.
Why, it's just the way... I mean...
Go ahead, say it. It's torn just the way Pluto's ear was torn when I kicked him. That's it, isn't it?
He must have been in a fight, or something. But it's curious we didn't notice it.
Curious? You have no idea how curious it is. Get that cat out of my sight.
You're mad! How can you act that way about a poor dumb animal? Especially one that loves you so much.
Take it out of here.
Now you've frightened it.
Get it away from me.
The way you talk, anybody'd think you don't even like the poor cat.
Like it. I hate it. I tell you, I hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Yes. In the short time the cat had been with us, I had come to look upon it with unutterable loathing. Why? I did not know. Yet the more I hated it, the more affectionate it acted toward me. Wherever I went, it followed. Wherever I sat down, it would spring upon my knees and cover me with its loathsome caresses. As if this were not enough, the white patch on its chest, which had originally been very indefinite in shape, gradually assumed a definite outline, the unmistakable and ghastly shape of the gallows, that terrible engine of horror, of agony, and of death. I longed to destroy the beast, but I was prevented by an absolute, unreasoning dread. I was sure I was going out of my mind.
Charles, are you going out again?
Yes, I'm going out. I don't know when I'll be back.
Oh. Before you go, do you suppose...
Well, what is it?
Will you help me bring up some wood from the cellar?
Why do you always want more wood?
The house is cold, and you know I haven't been feeling well. I'm not strong enough to carry it myself.
All right. Come on, I'll help you. You might have thought of this before.
Look out!
That cat! It's always under my feet. It tried to trip me on the stairs.
Oh no, I'm sure it...
I'll get rid of that beast once and for all.
Charles, put down that crowbar!
Get out of the way.
No, stop!
Let go of my arm.
You don't know what you're doing.
Are you going to let go?
Oh, please.
I said let go. Well, why didn't you let go? Yes, she had fallen dead without a groan. In my blind rage against the cat, I had struck my wife and I killed her. Well, nothing I can do about it now. And all I could do was set myself to the task of concealing the body. I thought and I deliberated. And then it occurred to me that in the Middle Ages they used to wall up their victims, and I determined to do the same thing, behind the wall in the cellar. I managed to dislodge a section of bricks near the chimney, and in the hole behind them, I propped the body. Then I carefully laid the bricks back in their original position. When I had finished, no one could have told that the wall had been disturbed at all. Well, I could say to myself triumphantly, here at last, my labor has not been in vain. My next step was to look for the cat that had been the cause of so much misery. But then I became aware that it had completely disappeared. 3 days passed, and still my tormentor did not appear. It is impossible to describe or to imagine the deep sense of my relief. For the first time in months I slept. Yes, slept, even with the burden of murder on my soul. Some few inquiries were made about my wife's whereabouts. A search of the house was conducted, but nothing was discovered. I looked upon my future as secure. Yes?
Good day, sir.
Sorry to disturb you again.
Oh, it's you. Sergeant, is there anything I can do for you?
Well, we're still puzzled about your wife's disappearance.
Well, so am I.
Some of her friends have been around to the police station.
What's that got to do with me? You've already searched the house twice. What do you want?
I know. The captain sent me and the constable here to look around just once more, to be sure there's no clue been overlooked. This will be the last time, sir. Only a matter of routine. We won't bother you again.
All right. Come in.
Thank you, sir. Come on, Joe.
Right.
Where would you like to look first?
Well, we might as well begin with the cellar.
The cellar? Oh, yes. Right down those steps. I'll come with you.
Yes, I always say searching a house is like getting ahead in the world. You start at the bottom.
Yes, I see. Very funny.
Well, come on, constable. Get to work.
Right.
While they searched, I folded my arms and watched. As before, they discovered nothing. As they were about to depart, the glee in my heart was too strong to be restrained. I burned to say but one word by way of triumph. As they started up the steps, I said, "Have you noticed this is a very well-constructed house? Gentlemen, you're not going." An excellently constructed house. In the frenzy of my bravado, upon that very portion of the brickwork which behind which stood the corpse of my wife, I rapped with my cane. But may heaven deliver me from the arch-fiend. What was that?
Mother mercy, what was that?
The wind, probably.
Wind? That's not wind. Came when you hit this wall here.
Whatever it is, it's behind these bricks, Sarge.
Here, take this crowbar and knock the wall down.
Right.
Wait a minute. You can't.
Keep quiet, you. Wait a minute, where are you going?
Upstairs,
You stay right here.
This is new plaster. Hadn't had time to set yet.
Ah, put down.
Here she comes. Look out.
Well, there's what we're looking for, all right. His wife's body!
What a horrible thing sitting on her head.
It's the cat.
How'd that cat get in there?
I know how it got in there. I must have walked up in the tomb. I never knew it. Look at that red mouth, those burning eyes. You hideous beast, you monster, you devil, you made me a murderer. And now for 3 days you've been in there, waiting to send me to the gallows. Well, the hangman will get me. I hope you're satisfied. I hope you're satisfied.
Each week, dogs are sent free to servicemen's hospitals from coast to coast. This week, the dogs go to Veterans Hospital, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, U.S. Army McCormick General Hospital, Pasadena, California, U.S. Naval Hospital, Houston, Texas, U.S. Marine Hospital, Baltimore, Maryland, and Veterans Hospital, Dayton, Ohio. These dogs provide uplift and companionship to servicemen and women defending your freedom. Dogs, keeping freedom free.
When 300 leading independent research organizations asked 113,597 doctors living in every state of the union, what pet do you choose, doctor? The pet named most was dog.
According to a nationwide survey, more doctors own dogs than any other pet.
Next, our program Suspense brings you the classic Sorry, Wrong Number. Don't miss it. And don't forget to try Ovaltine this very night. It's not only a good tasting drink, but it's good for you too. You see, Ovaltine brings you loads of wonderful vitamins and minerals and other food elements our bodies need if we are going to fill out and grow up strong and husky. Nobody wants to be skinny looking and tired and worn out all the time. We want to be regular fellows and gals, full of get up and go, always ready for adventure. And that's why thousands and thousands of smart fellows and gals are drinking Ovaltine every single day. Why don't you try some tonight? And then be sure to tune in tomorrow, same time, same station, for another stirring adventure of thrills and excitement on Oswego High School Drama Club's Old School Radio Theater.